Hi everyone, this is Antoine Chaveron from UniCrypt Network, and this is 26 Questions with Sham.
Hi Antoine, thank you so much for fitting our 26 questions interview into your busy schedule.
Well, thank you for having me. This is a pleasure to be here.
Cool, let's do this. How do you want UniCrypt to be known as? How do you explain the project in 15 seconds?
So we're working towards becoming the one-stop shop for projects that are willing to empower themselves. And in 15 seconds, I would say that UniCrypt Network is a multi-chain decentralized services provider. And I think I used the comparison quite a few times related to our positioning on the market. So I would say that if blockchain and crypto industry represented the golden rush, UniCrypt Network would be the ones providing pickaxes. This means services for everyone.
What are your thoughts on the current state of DeFi market? Do you think it will sustain or do you think it's just another bubble?
I think DeFi isn't going anywhere. People tend to forget that decentralized finance applications started to take off while we still were in a bear market. So this doesn't mean we cannot expect some volatility, uptrends or downtrends cycles. But in my opinion, it won't only sustain, it will continue to grow, and we're very happy to contribute to that growth.
Many projects failed because they didn't clarify their target audience and users. So who are your target audiences and which market is your project focusing on?
We have two main targets, or shall I say type of user. The first one is the individual investor willing to empower himself from different browsing capabilities such as initial liquidity offerings, locked pairs and tokens, charts, tokenomics browser. But that's not all. Because as we're a sustainable business since day one, we share profits and incentivize members that do support our token ecosystem. And the second one is the project owner himself. So we can call that our B2B approach. The services we offer are used mainly by DeFi projects, developers, and also launchpad startups that need our services to empower their own launches. For instance, we provide them what we call SDD tech, and SDD tech stands for Scalable, Decentralized, and Disruptive Technology.
What is UniCrypt's main approach to multi-chaining? What are the advantages over other multi-chain products in the market?
So our services were originally deployed on Ethereum mainnet, and we scaled them to 4 blockchains in total so far. So namely, this is Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, XDAI, and Polygon. And we're now exploring Solana and Elrond integration, while we still keep an eye on Cardano. We will be deployed on every chain that needs our suite of tools. And I believe the main advantage of UniCrypt over other multi-chain products is the user interface, the ease of use of our applications. I believe this is a must if we as in everyone in the industry, want adoption.
Do you have audit certificates or are you working to audit your project to make it more secure and reliable?
Yeah, well, our deployment process is very strict for any new feature that we bring to the market. So first, we get to develop the contracts. Then these contracts are submitted for internal audits and stress tests. And once passed, we also work with external parties to get stamps of approvals, like security audits. Our main partner is Chain Sulting, which is a German company, for those who are interested to look at the past reports we had.
When UniCrypt started with the old UNC token, how much was raised during your IDO or ICO?
UniCrypt main token currently is UNCX, and this is a swap from the former UNC token. So I guess this question comes from an OG or early member of the community. We had no ICO and nor any fundraising round. The entire project was started with a $50 market cap. So it was a Uniswap pool with 0.05 Ethereum, and we bootstrapped the project from there.
What is it that V2 farms will offer that V1 farms don't in terms of value and user experience?
So we have farming features that have been available on Ethereum mainnet for 9 months. They allow projects to create farms for their own projects within less than 2 minutes, and then users can farm from the platform. But our next farming app that is currently being built, so this is the V2 we're talking about here, will be supported multi-chains and will allow farmers to create farms, will allow farmers to be rewarded up to 10 assets simultaneously. So you can call it like a plug and play model, made simple to set up and made simple to use as well.
One of the factors that make this platform attractive to many users is its special features. So what are your amazing features and advantages to attract users and investors?
This is an interesting question, because once we deliver a feature or an application to the market, it always comes with innovation. So before in this interview, I mentioned that we're standing as a service provider and many other actors on the market do as well. But we're differentiating ourselves by bringing innovation. You can also think of it as a permanent first mover advantage. Both projects and investors using our capabilities can enjoy premium tools and services. So that makes us stand as a premium services provider.
It's quite unfortunate that many projects have infiltrated the market with just white papers without having any genuine use cases. What are the main utilities of your coin?
About white papers, I believe it depends on the industry segment. So we have been in touch with teams and projects building awesome ecosystems, but it needs time and they need funding to access the long-term goals. For us, it was slightly different as we directly build the tools and the products while not announcing them anywhere before. Of course, the community is new and know where we're heading. As a short summary, holding UNCX can allow you to access or use our services and enjoy massive rewards once we activate the staking features.
What is the legacy that UniCrypt wants to leave to the world?
I think first we're just getting started because the project has slightly more than 1 year of existence because we started in June of last year, 2020. So this is a tough question. If I were to wish for something, I would say that the objective is to achieve the mass adoption of decentralized finance. And by decentralized, I mean permissionless, trustless. And of course, this isn't something anyone can achieve alone. This is therefore why I will take the chance to mention that we do not see any other projects in the industry as competition, because we believe that we're 100% stronger if we work together.
In terms of security, how did you create a platform where users can trust that their funds and other sensitive assets will not be compromised?
We might have a slight misunderstanding here because UniCrypt Network isn't a custodial solution. All our services are deployed on-chain, which means we're not holding or retaining anyone's assets. Our users, visitors, holders would benefit from our application to browse on-chain data. This is why, by the way, security audits of our blockchain contracts are capital, and hence, the strict deployment process that we have in place and that we just detailed in the previous question.
What will be the next DApp of the UniCrypt project, and does the team have a goal to list tokens in big exchanges?
So we're currently working on 2 applications in parallel. The first one is Uniswap V3 browser and Pair Explorer. This will be deployed on the Ethereum blockchain. And the second one is our staking and farming decentralized application. And related to getting listed here and there, this is a recurring question. I can only recommend to stay tuned for official announcements, because this is like a very step-by-step process.
Do you see any holes in DeFi where UniCrypt can step in? What do you think about the current and future NFT space? Is there a place for UniCrypt?
So about the holes in DeFi, we recently had the chance to sit down and figured we want to enhance our current trend. So this means that instead of hunting new segments, we should fill holes in our existing ones. I think Uniswap B3 is a good example, since no one supports liquidity locks there, and it's much needed for those who know the liquidity lockers product. And about the NFT questions, this is a very nice wink, because the Uniswap B3 liquidity positions are NFT based, So we might organize an event around the deployment of the feature. And NFTs might also need some services themselves soon. And as of now, we're observing.
What is the idea behind the creation of the UniCrypt project?
So the original concept was called POL, which stands for Proof of Liquidity. Basically, we saw malicious for creating permissionless liquidity pools on Uniswap V2, and then withdrawing the same liquidity without prior notices to investors. This concept is, of course, also known as a rug pull. A couple of weeks after witnessing such situations, UniCrypt liquidity lockers were born. And we're now locking $450 million across 7,000 pairs.
Could there ever be a time where UniCrypt becomes an AMM of its own? The launches alone would bring a good amount of pools and volume, and with more chains to be integrated, this will only grow.
So for those who do not know, an AMM is a decentralized exchange, such as Uniswap or PancakeSwap. And we're currently deployed on top of 6 AMMs, and this is giving us an interesting overview of what's available and what's not on the different products. I believe these questions, well, your question is very interesting and came to our mind as well. And I would say that if we were to build an exchange of our own, it will come with disruptive features as per UniCrypt standards.
Considering the recent surge on NFT usage and its market, is UniCrypt going to add a specific service for NFTs? If yes, can you please pitch a little details about it?
So as mentioned in a previous question, we're observing the market needs for related to NFTs. Because an NFT marketplace, for example, doesn't sound like an option for us, as this is not our industry segment, at least for now. And all our services so far have been related to or centered around liquidity. And NFTs obviously won't face the same challenges as they're not as liquid as ERC20 tokens, for example.
Can you tell us about the main UniCrypt targets that you are currently focusing on and the markets that you're trying to reach? Are you going to make the UniCrypt project a project that grows on a global scale, or will you be active only in certain regions for now?
So historically, our services and tools have been used mainly and known actually by mainly European, US and South American users, investors and projects. But we also have users from African countries, and the growth is actually accelerating in this region. And we're now opening the Asian market and especially the Chinese market. So I'd like to say that so far we've been welcomed with open arms, and this makes us believe that Station as a provider already landed there before we did. And to answer the question, we'll be active globally because the decentralization comes from everywhere.
What are your plans to educate and increase awareness and adoption among the public to make more people understand UniCrypt token and its technology?
So we had a major milestone in this regard in June of 2021, because after 13 months of anonymity, we decided to become fully public during the DeFi Summit, which is an online event. And being public now allows us to foster adoption faster, shall I say. I think this interview that we're having today is a good example. And yeah, you're right, increasing awareness is a permanent duty as things evolve very fast in this industry, in this space. So we're working on it, and we have a loaded pipeline of concepts and ideas to help people understand DeFi projects, and also tools to help people DYOR, which stands for doing your own research.
While building your project, do you take into account community feedback and demands?
So our community is at the center of the picture, whether it's long-term community members, so OGs, then we have holders, we have non-holders, we have visitors, we have projects willing to utilize the tools. We basically serve and listen to everyone. And if we're there today, this is thanks to the community. I just wanted to say that we handle hundreds of chats per day. And as long as the conversation can be constructive, we are capturing opinions, ideas, and we act upon them.
Okay, last question. How can I participate in the project?
Well, feel free to join our community, check out our different socials first to familiarize yourself with the project. You can ask the question just like you did today, And you can also participate in our various referral programs or become an ambassador. And our group chats are centered on a very educational approach. So there you can understand the project needs, you can understand how to benefit from the UniCrypt ecosystem and how this ultimately benefits the community members of our own. So you're more than welcome.
Thank you so much for answering 20 questions from the community. Now it's your turn to ask our fans 6 questions. Do you have the 6 questions ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's get this started.
Okay, so question 1. What is the next incubated ILO taking place on UniCrypt Network platform? Question 2. On which date was announced the partnership between MEXC and UniCrypt? Question 3. What are the first names to UniCrypt founders? Question 4. What's the current TVL on UniCrypt liquidity lockers? Question 5. What does the acronym SDD stand for? And the last question, question 6. What is one of the next blockchain that will be supported by the UniCrypt network?
Awesome session. Thank you for the questions. We hope you guys like the interview session with Antoine. For fans whose questions are selected, please claim your rewards as per instructions in the description box below. And for those who want to participate and win USDC in our bonus giveaway, simply answer the 6 questions that Antoine had asked. Comment your answers in the comment section below and we will pick 6 lucky winners. Thank you so much for coming on to our show, Antoine. Till the next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.